So, hi, good people. I hope you're well wherever you are with your families. And question and answer series still continues. And I think it's a good time during this quarantine time to actually equip ourselves with the skills, tools, and attitudes that we need to create healthy and emotionally balanced step family units. You know, life in a step family is not easy, it's challenging, but it's doable. So, let's get started. And thank you very much for the questions that you've been sending. I'm going to try my best to cover all the questions that you've sent. So Jackie, kindly tell me what to do with stepkids who do not open up to me. If it's personal items, they call their dad, who later informs me. They are adults now, 23 and 30. Now, I do not have more details from this question. So there are some assumptions that I'm going to make. One of the assumptions that I'll make is that you came into your stepchildren's life when they were adults. Now, when there are things that are beyond you and beyond your control that are going to affect the stepmother-stepchild relationship. And one of it is the age at which you came into their lives. When you come into a younger child's life as a stepmother, it's easy for you to nurture them and get to a place that your relationship is the normal mother-child relationship that we know. But if you come into your stepchildren's lives when they are older, then forming that kind of relationship is not easy. It's difficult with older children. So there's one assumption that I'm going to make is that you came into their lives when they were older. And the other assumption that I can make is that you're not in constant, it's an assumption, but it is also a fact that actually affects the stepmother-stepchild relationship that is beyond you. When you're not living with your stepchild day by day and you do not have frequent contact and frequent engagement, then it also becomes very difficult for a stepmother and a stepchild to form a relationship that actually is like mother-child relationship. So having said that, your kids also are older. They are 23 and 30. These are grown-ups. And they might not be looking for motherness from you, especially if you came into their lives when they were older. So they might not be looking for the motherness in you. And that does not mean that you're a bad person. I know that we always think that the behavior of our stepchildren is a reflection of who we are. But that's not true. Just allow them to do life the way they feel comfortable. And I think that is that is key, that is very important. So I'm glad that they still have their needs met, that they can still talk to their dad about their needs. They have an avenue to get their needs met. And I'm glad that your husband actually still goes further and talks to you about it because you're a family. Don't take it like a reflection of who you are as a person. Now that you might not have that mother-child relationship that we know of, what other role are you playing in their lives? What other role can you play in their lives? Pick up that role that you can play in their lives. Some stepmothers are just good at coaching their kids. Are you the person that they can come to when they need career advice, when they need parenting advice? There are other things and other roles that you can play in your stepchildren's lives that are not that traditional mother-child relationship. So find the role that you can fill in their lives, and if they have let you fill that role, play that role and be grateful about it. That also creates a relationship. What are the common grounds you have with your stepkids? Are there things that you enjoy doing together? Is cooking one of it? If that is one of the things that you actually make significant impact on them, then just do it and play that role. So don't beat yourself up because you have not gotten the mother-child relationship that is traditional. No. And I think also in your pursuit of making or creating a relationship with your stepchildren, one of the things that you can do is don't wait until they need something so that they can get. So if you know your stepkids well and you know that there's something that they need or something that will be good for them or something that will improve their lives, you can go and buy it and just give it to them. If they need help, it doesn't have to be stuff. If they need help in a certain area, you can offer to give them help. The small things that you do are the blocks that you will use to create a relationship. And one of the other things that you can do as a couple is when they tell their dad that this is what they need for personal items and their dad tells you, then you go ahead and fulfill those personal items that they need and go and buy it, for example. Then you can be the one to give them so that they know that it was communicated and we are all in this together as a couple. So do your part without having an expectation of what your relationship with them should be. Do your part and create that unique relationship that works for both of you. So I hope that helps. And if you have any idea or comments to actually support this lady about creating a relationship with her adult stepchildren, kindly just mention in the comments or comment, I don't know why. So mention in the comments how we can support her, and see you in the next video. Continue sending in your questions.